Hey, how you doing, both of you, today in your isolation quarantine mode?
Good. Cannot complain. Feeling great.
Excellent, excellent. Listen, congratulations, season two. This is so exciting, and obviously, fans cannot wait. They're so excited to get into the new season. But why do you think that we're all so connecting with this unlikely bunch of superheroes? Diane, you want to take it from start us off?
Sure. I mean, I think that people are connecting with the show, um, especially now because I think we are all dealing with um, a lot right now, and a lot of what has happened to all of us individually is rising to the top. Especially as we all struggle together in with the pandemic, with racial injustice. So I think a lot of those feelings are starting to creep up for us, and having to deal with it in or knowing how to deal with it is probably new for some. And I think that you go through that journey with the characters, and you see that if we don't deal with those things that often are maybe not placed in as or are not placed in as a higher importance, we see that we often can fail or fall. And so in order for us to rise to the occasion, we need to deal with a lot of those underlying issues that we all have.
Absolutely. Javan, for you, when you took on the role, like, did you really know what you were getting into here? Like, what an exciting first season. But Cyborg is such a cool character. But were you a little bit intimidated, a little scared at first to take him on?
Yeah, to be honest, I had no idea that what I was getting into would be what it is and what it has become. I was definitely, nervous about taking on this role because it's such a huge role. It's so iconic. It's such a big opportunity, and also it's such a dream for me to be able to play such an iconic black superhero and represent my community, if you will, in such a positive light. And this show is, I think it exceeded everyone's expectation in terms of what was to expect. It's so wacky, it's so wild. When I explain, I struggle to contain my excitement when explaining the show to people, and when I'm telling them the elements of the show and what it consists of. It almost doesn't even make sense because you don't get TV shows which have the opportunity to explore the way that we do explore, especially for a superhero show. And I think that's why so many people are connecting with it and resonating with it. And as Diane was just saying, this pandemic, essentially these characters have their own mini pandemic for themselves. And Vic's pandemic is, his PTSD and what he's going through. And in the same way the world is trying to solve for these pandemics in which we have, our characters are also trying to solve for their own pandemic. And that's what you watch. You watch these characters exploring that, and, less about the superheroism and more about the humanism. And so that's why I feel like the show is so great.
Absolutely. Yeah, well said. That's great answer. Diane, I don't know how you do it. You get a script when you started this show, and I think you were originally supposed to have seven personalities on paper, and how Jane manages with 64 different personalities. Listen, I can't even deal with myself in the morning. How are you getting through this? And what kind of challenge is this as an actor for you?
I love how Javan like laughs because it's bringing me back to the time on set when he just say hello to me and he just did not know who I was at any given
Right.
moment. How do I how do I deal? Well, with a lot of therapy of my own, of course. No, it's honestly so important for me as an actor to have explored this character and to continue exploring it. It has taught me so much about my own resilience and about my own abilities and what I want to achieve and what do I want to continue achieving. This character is so special to me because I also care so much about mental health and what that means for my future and what that means for the future of my children and my children's children. I know that we are all continuing to grow, and this show we explore generational trauma and how how we never really stop growing, and how to be our own heroes. And that's by taking ourselves and our experiences seriously, because they are precious, and they do mean something, and they could potentially save others.
Yeah, no, right. It's very inspiring to watch her, and what you do in it, phenomenal. You both are so good. So, Joivan, just give us a little, like, what can we give us a little tease? What can we expect for season 2? Now everybody's come together, so this is kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think you can expect everything in which we've had from season 1, the weirdness, the wackiness, the wonderful world of the Doom Patrol, more exciting new characters, and new villains, and which is really cool. We really get to dive into the world, and season 2 is all about these characters growing up, and what it means for them to grow up. And so we get to explore each character, go through what it means for them to grow. And yeah, we are in a position where you've seen the character development and been introduced to all these characters in season 1, and so season 2 we just get right into it. From the moment you say go, you're sitting back in your seat and you're taken for a ride. And yeah, season 2 is going to blow you all away.
Oh, we can't wait. I'm very excited. I know the first 3 episodes drop immediately, so that's really cool. Well, congratulations to the both of you on the show. And then, Diane, I just want to mention to you that I am such an Orange is the New Black fan. I mean, I watched it live, like, as soon as it dropped and everything. Were you kind of, I don't know. I don't know if the word is satisfied, but the way that Marita's story ended, it was very upsetting to me as a fan. How was it for you as an actress?
Well, as an actor, it was a good thing. It was something that, I'm very honored in all the shows that I've had the opportunity to work in, because each one has taken the time to actually say something about what is going on in our real world. And unfortunately, our immigration system is, well, it's broken, and it's working just the way that it's meant to be working. And I think that, it's so important to me that the work that I do reflects, on what I believe in. And so I was happy that Orange is the New Black took that step to show you the world, and to show you what people actually go through, when it comes to immigration in this country.
Yeah, very bold. Well, listen, I got to go, but congratulations to the both of you. Stay healthy, stay well, and Doom Patrol, we're very excited for season 2. Thanks for your time this morning, and all the
Thank
best to you
you.
both.
Bye-bye.